like to say good evening, everyone, and welcome to Hebrew Level 1. This is Class 3. Like always, before we get into our lecture, I would like to say the clearing prayer. I'd like everyone to humble their spirits. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in the breath of life, which is Chai. I receive these words in the ancient tongue. Machshava הבתולה, הטהורה, הראשונה. לפני זה, האמת. יוד ה' וו ה', יוד ה' וו ה', יוד ה' וו ה'. Like always, we understand that this is a clearing prayer that takes you back to your original state. Take your soul back to its original state, what we call the thought before the pre-thought. You as a soul at its inception point. Pure light. By saying this mantra, activating the remembrance, taking our energies back to its original state. That's very important. Okay, last week we went over the Nikudot, which I will always continuously remind you the power and the importance of remembering, practicing, and understanding the Nikudot. The alphabet and the Nikudot is your foundation to truly understanding and beginning to activate this energy within you. In Hebrew, these are called the Nikudot. They allow us to precisely pronounce each word, especially in ancient texts, like the Torah, Dead Sea Scrolls, the scrolls of Masada, the scrolls of Timbuktu, etc. Modern Hebrew is a lot easier to pronounce without these Nikudot, once you learn to speak Hebrew. But ancient texts definitely need the Nikudot in order to pronounce them correctly. Kamatz is a AH sound. A patach is a long A sound. A tzireh is a AY sound. A segol is a EH sound. A chirik is a double E sound. A chataf segol is more of a silent sound. Kibbutz is your U or double U sounds. Shva is a silent sound. Kolam is your OH sound. Chataf kamatz is that silent kamatz. The chataf patach is that silence long A. Shiruk is again your U or your double O in a letter. Now we're going to get into the masculine and feminine in Hebrew language. There's no such thing as a neutral gender for nouns in Hebrew. If a word ends with a hey or tav, most likely it's feminine. Otherwise, it is masculine. 2, another way both languages are different, Hebrew and English. Hebrew grammar has to do with making nouns plural. In English, you just add an S or ES to the end of the noun in order to make it plural. For example, a cat becomes cats, a box becomes boxes. In Hebrew, you will pluralize a noun which differs based on whether the noun is masculine or feminine. For masculine nouns, you would add a Yud Mem Sofit to the end of the word. For feminine nouns, you will drop the hey or the tav and add a vav tav. Another rule to remember is that in Hebrew, both second and third person pronouns have different forms depending on their gender. These are the basics for the understanding or foundation of the differences between both languages. I added this into this presentation, which those who took Hebrew level 1, the first round, didn't receive this. This is why it's prudent that once you invest in my classes, you continue with me until you feel that you had a full foundation, because as I expand, these presentations potentially can expand. This is the new part to the presentation. The power of the masculine and feminine energy. I am actually in the process of creating a class just about the masculine and feminine. It is not a master series, therefore it will be an hour and a half class. But it's very important to learn and understand this. The power of the masculine and feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy in our energy bodies. The masculine and feminine energy has nothing to do with the physical gender. That's important. And both male and female can tap into both essence when allowing this language to activate these energies. Balancing both in the body. When we become a being in which you are operating out of both energies within you, when you can be logical and confident, set goals, which is the masculine, then take the idea, flow with it, and be creative, using intuition, feelings, the heart, you can manifest. Going back to the Hermetic principles of gender, when the feminine corpuscles unites with the masculine corpuscles, a certain process begun. The feminine particles vibrate rapidly under the influence of masculine energy, and a circle rapidly around the latter. The results is the birth of a new atom. The new atom is really composed of a union of the masculine and feminine electrons. Now, to truly understand what I just read is to just really expand your mind and understand that every single thing in this universe needs both energies in order to create and birth the process. So we have the masculine and feminine energy, the man and a woman that create and make a child. Then you have the masculine and feminine energy that creates a higher vibration, a higher consciousness, a godlike being. Then you have the masculine and feminine energy like the polar opposite of the battery, pluses and minuses. Then you also have it in the electrons, in the electricity, understanding the polar opposites. Both energies create and birth anew. So when we understand the power of that, understand that in the ancient Hebrew, we have also the masculine and feminine energy. So when we're speaking these different words in the masculine and feminine energy, you're activating what? A new energy, a new light, a higher consciousness. So in dealing with an ancient language, we are witnessing the power of these energies within the language. When speaking a high vibrational language, you are calling to life and activating these energies. Let's get into a little bit more of our presentation. Me or I is called Ani. You as a masculine is Ata. You and feminine is At. Here's a couple of examples. Ito is with him, masculine. Ita is with her, feminine. Itach is with you. Itcha is with you. But one is masculine, one is feminine. With me is et. These are the same root words with one meaning, yet pronounced differently because of the masculine and feminine. Here is the same examples but in plural. With them, masculine, itam. With them, with y'all, feminine, itchen. Itanu, imanu, is with us, which is plural for both genders. You can use that if you're speaking when you have both genders in the room and you don't want to differentiate. That's one of the only times that you can use imanu, which is a plural sense, an androgynous energy in which you call on all that are there. Using our bait letter. Daughter is bat. Daughters is banot, which is plural. Son is ben. Sons, which is plural, is banim. Using that you and mem Sophie. So you're seeing, I'm using my cursor, you seeing the vav and the tav is what make it feminine. And you seeing the you and mem Sophie at the end, which makes it masculine. This is an example of words masculine and feminine in their plurals. Gimel, garden is one. Gan. Gardens, ganim. That's a masculine word. Glima, here's your hey at the end, makes it a feminine word, which is a robe. Glimot is a feminine word in its plural state, but also means robes. Dalet, you have door. Delet in Hebrew is actually feminine. Doors is dlatot. These are the examples that's actually showing you the difference between masculine and feminine words in singular, as well as plural. These examples, again, is in the feminine singular and the plural words, and also feminine. Here's your letter hey. He means she. They in feminine is hen. Who is him. Him is masculine, which is they in plural. Vav, certainty, vadai. Certainty in plural, vadaut. That is also a feminine word. Vav tav at the end. Zain, stranger, which is zar. Stranger, zarim. That is a masculine word. How can you tell? That yud mem Sophie at the end. Chet, chole, sick, but in masculine. Sick in plural is cholim. Life is an androgynous energy in which it has both energies in it. So life is for masculine and feminine. Same as chai, which is living. You have chaim and then you have chai. Life and living is an androgynous energy in which that name or that expression speaks to the masculine as well as the feminine. Tet, we have tova, which is feminine. Tovot, which is plural, favors. Tush is a marker. Tushim is a marker. So here at the top is a singular feminine word, a plural feminine word, then a masculine word, then a plural masculine word. Here are examples with masculine and feminine energy in singular as well as plural. Yud. Yod is yerek, veggie. Yerakot is vegetables. That's feminine. Kaf, kochav. That's masculine. That's a star. Kochavim is stars in plural. Here are some examples. masculine and feminine, and their plural. He walked, halach. They walked, halchu. She walked, halcha. Here's a lamed. Lamad, he learned. Lamda, she learned. Lamdu, they learned. Here are examples of the words masculine and feminine and plural, but in past tense. Here's a mem. Melech, which is king. Malachim, which is kings in plural. Malach is singular. Malachim is plural, both speaking of angels. Mem Sofit. Here's Malachim, which is kings. That Yud Mem Sofit at the end makes it plural but masculine. Malachim, angels in plural, also a masculine word. Soul is neshama, and neshama is a feminine word. Souls in plural is neshamot, which is also a feminine word in plural. Nun Sofit. Natan, he gave. Natnu, they gave. She gave. Here are examples of the word using the noun, the nun sofit, also showing you how the same word in past tense is different for male and female. Samech, slicha, which is forgiveness. Salchu, which is they forgave. Using ein. Asa, he did. Asta, she did. Asu, they did. Here's a pay. The fey, remember, without the dot makes an F sound, which is feya. Feya is a fairy. The pay with a dot give you the P sound. My name is Poria, which means fruitful in God. And perot, which is fruit. Pri, which is one piece of fruit. Fe Sofit, Yosef is one of the names of our ancestors. And Soph is end. Now, we know that one of the creator's names in Hebrew is Ein Sof. Ein Sof is never ending. Never ending source. He is all but nothing. Tzaddik, give you that TS sound or the TZ sound. Tzaddik is righteous. Tzaddikah, she is righteous. Tzaddikot, they are righteous, but in feminine. Tzaddikim, they are righteous in masculine. Tzadeh Sofit, Etz is tree. Etzim is trees. That's a masculine word in this plural tense. Kuf, which is Kabbalah. And Kabel is accepted. Ar, Resh, which is Ruach. Ruach is spirit. Spirit is also one of those androgynous energies or names that speaks to both masculine and feminine. So when you speak of spirit, or when you say spirit, Ruach, you can say Ruach HaElohi, Ruach HaElohim. All of that is either masculine or feminine. Rachamim is mercy. That is a masculine. Richem, he had mercy. That's a masculine. Using a sheen with the dot on the left side is he did, hu asa. She did, he asta. Sheen with the dot on the left side is pronounced like an S, as in so. Here's the sheen. When the dot is over the right side, it makes a CH sound, a SH sound, as in show, like shalom, which is in peace. Taf is like your T, which Torah is scriptures and Bible. Before I go on to the last phase of the class, do you all have any questions for me? Questions, statements, need me to go over something before I move on? Guess not. Okay. Well, here are the numbers in masculine and feminine. Echad is masculine. Shnaim is masculine. I will read off all the masculine ones. Echad, Shnaim, Shalosh, Arba, Chamesh, Shesh, Sheba, Shmone, Teisha, Eser. That's masculine. But then you have another one. Echad, Sheni, Shalosh, Arba, Chamesh, Shesh, Sheba, Shmone, Teisha, Eser. All these are the masculine ways of saying the 10 numbers. Here's the feminine. Achat, Shtaim, Shalosh, Echat, Shtaim, Shlosha, Arba'a, Chamisha, Shisha, Shiv'a, Shmona, Tish'a, Asara. Or you can say Echat, Shtaim, Shloshet, Arbat, Chameshet, Sheshet, Shiv'at, Shmonat, Tish'at, Asara, or Aseret. These are the ways to say these names, these numbers. I will send you an audio of me pronouncing the numbers for you all. I will ask, do you all have any questions? This is not the time to be shy. I purposely do not make a full expansive presentation. I broke it up so you will have more time. We'll have more time for dialogue. If you have any questions for me, this is the time.
So the numbers are written with the letters as well?
Yes. 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 They also, as you can see, they are written with the letters, and they also have the nikudot, the vowels under them.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Vashay, do you have anything to say to me? How was your practice last week?
It's going well. Something's I get a little tripped over, but it's going well. Just kind of pacing myself. Right now, I'm kind of trying to multitask at the same time. We'll hear about may have some questions. When I go back and look at the study guide, but right now I think I'm okay.
Okay. Well, you have my email, you have my contact information. Please use them. Again, this level of Hebrew for me is more than just getting the vocabulary. It's really allowing you all to have the foundation of this language, so you will truly understand how powerful this language is. If you activate it, if you call out, speak these words, the few words that you do learn, the vocabulary, the alphabet, as you tracing them and you speak out the alphabet, you are activating an energy within you, and it will assist you on your spiritual path. We are in a phase of awakening, a vast awakening light stays in the universe. We are in a space where we can call on all the heavenly realms and the ancestors to assist us in our level awakening. Taking this class, this course assists you in activating remembrance, to go back to your original state, to find who you are, why you're here. So level 1 Hebrew is more than just learning the alphabet. It's learning the the power of the alphabet. That's prudent to me. By joining this course, you have made a commitment to yourself, to your growth, thus are part of Team TOR. TOR, which stands for the Team of Remembrance, taking you back to your original state. Each day, we fill our lives with light as we work on our journeys to become our true identity, purpose. As a team member, it is prudent to understand on this journey, we must strive for a life where the physical, mental, and emotional are integrated into the spiritual. This is one of the most powerful languages on earth. This is one of the 5 ancient languages in which activate light consciousness. This is a powerful letters, symbols. It composes all the energy of the tree of life. We are here to activate our soul's remembrance. So with that energy, I would like to say a closeout prayer by saying, go ahead, Vashay, if you got a question before I say the prayer. Go ahead.
Oh, my apologies. So how do you, like, when you're learning a different language like this Hebrew, where you try not to incorporate English with Hebrew? So that's where I sometimes get stuck in. I'm like trying to see the English text and then put in Hebrew instead of just seeing it for the Hebrew text. Does it make sense?
I mean, I understand you're not trying to, you have to remember that this is the beginning stages. So you're still going to need the side-by-side English as well as Hebrew. Give yourself grace. Allow yourself to get acclimated with using both sides of the brain. Remember, this is not just you learning a new language. You're learning how your both brains, the masculine and feminine side of the brain, is working simultaneously, which that also activate that energy within you to remember. That higher consciousness come with the remembrance. You understand? So it's okay if you don't remember it right off the back. It's understood. But you just have to allow yourself, give yourself some grace. Slowly, as you looking at the test, see, the beauty of it is you can look at the text and read the alphabet. That's if you did 2 or 3 a day. Look at them, trace those letters, and pronounce those letters as you tracing them and pronouncing them, and then go into a meditation with them. Put a pure intentions. It don't have to be no long drawn out meditation. It could be a 5-10 minute meditation. Just let that energy activate within you, and then it will also help you to remember it. So it's more to just scanning them and looking at them. You have to activate, draw them, think about them, create a song. Like you said, you know what? I'm gonna find a link on YouTube that they sing the alphabet, you know, and stuff like that. Make it fun, because most cases, one of the ways that we remember stuff is by having fun.
Cool beans. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Again, I am here if you need me. Before I say the closeout prayer, Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah Avinu Yahuwah Echad, Ve'ahavta et Yahuwah, im kol nafshecha, im kol meodecha, ve'im kol lebavcha. Selah.